Welcome to Adaptive IELTS. Today we'll explore the word chronic, a term that's particularly useful in discussing long-term conditions, persistent problems, and ongoing situations. This word is essential for Task 1 reports when describing trends and for Task 2 essays and speaking responses when discussing health, environmental issues, and social challenges. Let's start with pronunciation. Chronic is pronounced as chronic. Break it down with me. Stressed is followed by nick. Practice with this sentence. Many people suffer from chronic pain. Notice how the stress falls on the first syllable, cra. Understanding the meaning is crucial for IELTS success. Chronic describes something that persists over a long period or occurs repeatedly. In medical contexts, it refers to long-lasting conditions that are often difficult to cure. In general use, it describes persistent problems or situations that continue over time. The word chronic is primarily used as an adjective to describe persistent conditions or long-term situations. The related noun is chronicity, which refers to the quality of being chronic or the state of occurring over a long period. To vary your vocabulary, consider these alternatives: persistent, long-term, enduring, constant, and recurring. While these synonyms have slightly different nuances, they can be used to describe similar concepts in appropriate contexts. Let's explore different ways to use chronic in IELTS contexts. For example, in IELTS writing, you might say, "The city faces a chronic traffic problem that affects daily commuting." In IELTS speaking, you could mention, "Many residents suffer from chronic health issues due to pollution." These examples illustrate how chronic adds depth to your descriptions of ongoing challenges. To score higher in IELTS, master these essential word partnerships. Common collocations with chronic include chronic disease, chronic pain, chronic problem, chronic condition, chronic shortage, and chronic unemployment. These phrases help you describe persistent situations more precisely in your IELTS responses. Consider these IELTS examples. Writing Task 2. Governments must address chronic housing shortages to ensure affordable accommodation for all. Speaking Part 2. I would like to describe a chronic problem in my city, the lack of public transportation. These examples demonstrate how chronic can effectively describe long-term issues in your IELTS tasks. Now it's your turn to practice. Complete these sentences. 1. Many countries face blank environmental challenges. 2. She has been suffering from a blank illness for several years. 3. The city has a blank traffic congestion problem. Answer: chronic. Your homework. 1. Write 3 sentences using chronic to describe different long-term situations. 2. Find an article discussing chronic problems in society and summarize its key points. 3. Prepare a short speech about a chronic issue in your community and suggest possible solutions. Here are some pro tips to boost your IELTS score. Use chronic to describe long-term problems or conditions that require sustained attention. Pair it with appropriate collocations like chronic disease or chronic problem to add precision. Be careful not to confuse it with acute, which describes short-term or severe conditions. In conclusion, we've explored the word chronic and learned how to use it effectively in your IELTS exam. Use it to describe persistent problems and long-term conditions in your writing and speaking tasks. Keep practicing with the exercises and tips provided to enhance your band score.